Okay, I'm back for another one. We're gonna get at the floor pans in the '56 Chevy here. I already got it done, so I'm just gonna kind of open with this. Mainly because if you're like me, I have a tendency to fast forward through these YouTube videos. I just about had a fire last night, so I just kind of wanted to go over this one piece of advice uh, that I learned years ago and then forgot last night. I just kind of missed a step. And anyway, what I like to do with these is take a piece of duct tape and just place it on here if you're doing any grinding. The welding's not so bad. The grinding, the sparks get up underneath, and this is very flammable in here. So I did that side and had a little fire. Almost didn't catch it, almost went in the house. So just remember that. Throw some tape on that. It'll just keep the sparks from getting up there. I got the passenger side, just a piece of scrap sheet metal I cut up and threw in there. And the driver's side's actually a floor pan I got from Scott Super Trucks in Penhold, Alberta. So anyway, thanks for joining me. We'll get started. If you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, think about doing that. I'd really appreciate it. We'll get this thing started right about now. I'm not good at editing yet. It'll be coming right up. Okay, so I'm back for another one. We're going to get going on this 56 here. What I want to do today is I want to get after this floor a little bit, but before I do, I need to get rid of some stuff. I'm going to pull this seat out. We'll get this mat out. I'm kind of done with this clutch, so we'll get rid of that today. And also this brake pedal, we'll get rid of that as well. We'll take a better look at this cab and see what we got to do for repairs. All right, so we may as well just get started on it. Well, you want to come in and have another look? So if your truck was originally a V8, you have this piece. And it kind of goes between the rad support and I don't know, the next little part in there. I'll try and put a picture here for you. But if you have a 6-cylinder, you don't have this. This would mount right to the rad support. And then these are also little filler pieces. I should probably put these somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and then we'll take another look at it. Just give me a few minutes. I'll scrape down what I can, hit it with the vacuum, and then we'll take a better look. This is where we're at. I got her cleaned up. Maybe I'll just bring you in a closer look here. So we got the seat off. It's pretty good under where the seat goes. Yeah, pretty good where your feet go for the most part. Behind the seat where the tank goes is pretty good. Not too many issues there. If you're after the tank, I don't really know the condition of it. If you're in Edmonton though, and you need these tank straps, I'm going to toss them. If you need the tank, I'm going to toss it too. Anyway, let's get back at the condition of what we got. So this looks good here. This looks good here. This looks good here. Up in our floor pans, we got some issues. So on the driver's side, I actually have a new floor pan for this, so it's not a problem. In fact, I had seen this hole here and that hole there from the other side, from underneath the truck itself. So this isn't a surprise. We'll go ahead and we'll repair that. Same as over there. Let's go over and take a look. Well, let's finish up with this here. So we do have a hole in here. We have some patchwork here. Looks like some weld coming through. Somebody had tried to actually weld the brace underneath. So I don't know, we might have to do something with that. This piece is good. This piece actually isn't bad, but I got this, and this as one piece, so we'll be taking it out. Let's go take a look at the other side here. We'll see what we got. Okay, so on this side, that's clearly getting thin there. I don't know how thin. I guess I can check it. Down here we're worn through. Back in here, of course, we got holes in here, holes down here. So I think I'll, at a minimum, come across here and down and across. I don't know about this. We'll take a look. We'll have to spend a little more time diagnosing that. This step over here, kind of same as the other one. This is the hole without being repaired on this side. This piece looks good here. This looks good here. That actually looks good there. Interesting. I'll have to decide what I want to do with that. And I have the same piece for this. So it's this, and this rocker as well. I also have cab corners. We'll get into that. We'll probably just do the outers. As far as wiring goes, let me show you what we got into here. So this is the ground for the fuel tank. This brown wire here, which disappears into the floor, is actually for the gas tank as well, for a fuel sending unit. This guy here, I believe, is a trailer hitch. Sorry, trailer wiring harness. And it was just tied up to here. And I believe that was done by factory, although I can't really say for sure. I have a wire going up top here. That's going to be for the interior light. So what I did is I just put some tape on here and marked it interior light. And then over here, I wrapped this up and wrote interior light behind seat, because I got some cutting and grinding and welding to do. There's no way I want this wire back here. In fact, I'll probably tuck it up a little higher yet after I get this part of the video done. So we can see we're rotted here, here, here. I have this full pan. I don't know how far I'll go with it. Probably something along the lines of that. And back down in like this. My buddy Jeff was over today, and we were talking about this cab support. That will have to see how bad that is. And, you know, typically on the 60 to 66 trucks, they're shot. So you got to take that cab support out before you do your floor pans, and then you replace the cab support. On this one, I don't know if I'm replacing the cab support. We'll know once we get into it a little bit more. I want to chop this out of here while the chopping's good. And I also want to chop this guy out of here while the chopping's good. I think my buddy Jeff said he wanted this, so I'll save that for him. I have a different system I'm going to install, a firewall mounted, made for this truck, so we'll see how that goes. So that's about it for the cleanup, and kind of take a look at where we're at. I don't need that. If you're local and you want it, let me know. Same as these straps. If you need them, they're in good shape, let me know. If you need that tank, I don't know if it's in good shape or not. Still had some fuel in it, so I disposed of it properly, and I haven't had a chance to take a look in it yet, but I will. If you're interested in it, let me know, and I'll take a look for you, see if it's worth saving or not. Or you can have a look when you come on down. All that stuff's free, no charge if you want it. I don't care. I think that's gonna do it for this. Maybe I will go ahead and pop that off. I believe it's just a bolt. Yeah. So let me grab a light and I'll show you how that works. So it's just a bolt on the bottom of it. And you pop that bolt off and your pedal will pop out. And then that, of course, is hooked to the master cylinder and all that other fun stuff. But that is a new problem for another day. That's future Ron's problem, not mine. My problem today is trying to get this cab kind of straightened away. So why don't we move forward with that right now? Okay, so here's my new panel. Probably gonna have to do something about that before I can fit it in here, but that kind of gives you the gist of it, I suppose. I'm down with that. Why don't we do that? Give me 5. I'm gonna grab a grinder and grind this out, and then we'll dry fit it, okay? Hang tight. Okay, so here's where we're at. I got her kind of cut in. The floor pan itself has not been cut yet. But I got the patch panel cut, and I got a couple self-tappers in here, just holding her down where I want it. I think I'm going to take it all and just kind of scratch it out. And I might even kind of come in here and do some of the straighter cuts while it's still on here. So I might do this cut, that cut across there, mark all that out, and then come in and cut that out with a body saw. I think that might be the best thing for us. And then down here, we're going to have to get into this. Once we remove that metal, we'll have to take a look at where we're at as far as the floor support goes. Any repairs need to be done there. And also we got to drill this hole for our body mount. All right, so one thing at a time. We're good to go here. I'm going to start doing some cutting, hacking, and slashing. All right, hang tight it anyway. But the idea is I want to get in here and make this cut here. I want to make that cut there. I want to make this cut here. And then I'll come in behind and I'll do the air saw. All right, I'll get you set up in the corner. Okay, so I got both sides in. This is the driver's side. I needed to drill those 2 holes for this guy. This is where the inner fender mounts on here. So keep that in mind. You may have to do that. I think I still got this guy to put back on as well. Was that a brake switch maybe? Neutral state? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. For this side, I used a pan from Scott Super Trucks here in Alberta, Canada. He's out of Penhold. I don't know the brand on this, but it was okay. It worked okay. Just welded it in. Probably spent almost as much time grinding as I did welding. And then on that side, I'll take you over there. I didn't have a floor pan for this side. When I initially looked at the truck, I thought it was okay. But when I got everything out in here, it wasn't. So I just took a piece of some some scrap metal I had and made a little patch in there. Farmer style without the rivets. So that's done. That's done. These guys are next. I'll probably have it done in the next couple days here. Hopefully I'll post the video up within the next week. So if you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that. We have a lot to do on this truck. These steps, these rockers, you know, it's this piece, the rocker. We got cab corners coming right up. And then in the interior, I want to paint this interior. I want to put my flooring in. I want to reupholster this seat. I have all this stuff, so it's just a matter of doing it, and we will do it, I promise you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that, because this stuff's all taking place in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. So we got seat coming up, we got flooring coming up, paint the interior coming up, rockers coming up. Those are next. Rockers, this step and this plate here, and then we'll be doing cab corners as well. And then once that's done, that's actually the motor to go inside here. I'm going to slap a 355 with a TH350 behind it. We'll slap that in there and we'll get this guy going. Had a little bit of a mishap in the shortcut today. My shelf that normally sits there decided didn't want to stay on the wall anymore. So that's out of here. Yeah, so I think that'll do it for now. If you hung around this long, do me a favor, think about subscribing. It helps out the channel quite a bit. All right, thanks guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Maybe next week, that guy. Thanks.